Man drives 10 kangaroos to safety with his van from a zoo in Kharkiv that suffered an attack. The war in Ukraine is now in its second month. With each passing day, we're looking forward to it being the last of the senseless war which has uprooted millions of families, killed thousands, and instilled fear in countless others. But it's not only the people that are suffering, but also the hundreds of animals stuck in zoos, previously their home and now their prison. Lots of attempts have been made to try and save the animals, one being written about previously. Here's another great tale of something difficult to imagine: 10 kangaroos being placed in a van and driven away from their zoo in Kharkiv to hopefully escape an early demise. Be sure to watch to the end as we delve a bit deeper into the question, why are zoos being attacked in the first place? A volunteer packed his van full of kangaroos to give them a chance at a safer and longer life amidst the Russo-Ukrainian war. If there's a murder of crows, then there's a mob of kangaroos. In my mind, the two should collaborate, but I digress. 10 beautiful kangaroos have been evacuated to safety by a man in a van. In a video shared by Feldman Park, a man is seen driving a van when the camera pans to show his companions, patiently waiting to arrive at their destination. If you look very closely, there is a pair of kangaroos seemingly having an argument on the very left, with one smacking another on the face. Hilarious. Today's a month since the beginning of the war, and we're continuing the evacuation of animals, the driver said in the video translated by the Washington Post. The 10 kangaroos huddled in the van, some looking out the windows, others chilling in place. A pair was seemingly having a dispute over something unknown to us, one smacking the other in the face. They were previously owned by Feldman Park, found by animal lover Alexander Feldman. However, it's become a victim to Russian shelling. The zoo called Feldman Park was established by Alexander Feldman. Located in Kharkiv, Ukraine, it has not been able to avoid shelling of the enclosures and innocent bloodshed. The park shared photos of what seemed to be the remains of shells and announced that a mandrill named Stepan, who, as the caption read, was a favorite of Kharkiv residents, had become a victim and passed away. Multiple workers at the zoo had fallen victim to the attacks as well. Stepan, a favorite among the residents, has passed away due to the attacks. He is one of many animals to have lost their lives. It has since become the zoo's mission to save as many animals as possible because every life, whether human or animal, is worthy of fighting for its salvation. On Friday, March 25th, they shared more sad news on their Instagram account. 4 fallow deer and 3 Welsh goats became victims of another barbaric shelling. The list of victims of aggression among our pets is growing. It already includes large felines, primates, ungulates, marsupials, birds, ... Therefore, it has become their present mission to save as many animals as possible, stating that every life, whether human or animal, is worthy of fighting for its salvation. Staff and rescue workers have also been able to save rare track turtles, along with white-nosed and blue monkeys. They explained that it was no easy task evacuating turtles weighing over 100 kilograms, but they managed. Some of the residents had run away following the damage to their enclosures, including these beautiful red-coated wolves. Some of the animals have been released to the surrounding forests to allow them the best chance of surviving the war, such as roe deer and elk. Others, such as these red-furred fox-like wolves, have run away themselves following the shelling and damage to enclosures. Every day they are trying their best to rescue the remaining animals, but it's been no easy feat, considering the equipment needed and the threat of war itself, but they continue to try. Let's dive into the psychology of war, aiming to answer the question, why are animals being attacked? Considering the large-scale attacks on zoos and animal parks, people's reactions have been full of shock and disgust. As if it's not enough to be shelling hospitals and residential areas, they now have to attack innocent animals too. What's the logic? Well, those same thoughts have entered my mind, and I thought it the best chance to do some research into the psychology of war, as the main reason seems simple, an element of manipulation for a favorable outcome. Age-old tactics aiming to demoralize the enemy for their own gain are still very much in place, and sadly, just innocents suffer. Attacking the innocent is one of the few ways to build a sort of propaganda, almost to say, more innocent lives will be lost if you continue the war and don't submit to our requests. If we look at what propaganda is, then according to Encyclopedia Britannica, it is a means of psychological warfare intended to demoralize the enemy, to break his will to fight or resist, and also to strengthen the resolve of allies or resistance fighters. The use of atrocities to demoralize enemy populations is an age-old tactic that has sadly never disappeared. A popular technique in any propaganda campaign is the separation of us versus them, in a way trying to find the most reasons to distinguish someone as an enemy in the first place, then giving them immoral qualities in order to justify negative actions towards them. According to the studies by Stefan Vetter, we are convinced that the enemy acts out of a wish for domination, whereas our actions come out of self-defense, benevolence, and reasons of common decency and morality. He continues to argue that we start to believe the real problem began with an act from the enemy that can be solved only by breaking his will or by making him helpless. What better way to let him feel this than by using torture? Torture on those especially that cannot fight back and are at the mercy of those that care for them or protect them. The play of war is never a moral one where lives of people and animals are concerned. The methods used can be questioned and labeled as immoral and disgraceful as they are, but as Stefan continues to say, in times of war there are collective and individual shifts in perception, thought, and behavior. All of this is necessary so that man is able to go to war. We anticipate the end of the war with each passing day and hope that soon all the people and animals can go home. The Feldman Eco Park is a link to a donations page if you'd like to support them in their efforts of saving the animals in their care. Click in the description to find it. As they say, no matter how difficult it is, we do not give up. We move forward, step by step, day by day. Let us know what you thought of this story, and I shall wish you a happy and safe day.